India's Green Revolution. In the 1960s, India launched the Green Revolution to strengthen its agriculture and prevent serious food shortages. The government promoted high-yield seeds, irrigation, and chemical fertilizers, especially in rural areas such as Punjab. Many farmers adopted the new methods and harvested much larger crops of wheat and rice. As food production increased, India became less dependent on imported grain. The program raised many rural incomes, although wealthy landowners often benefited more than small farmers. Today, the Green Revolution remains a famous example of how agricultural policy can transform a country's economy and food supply. The Dust Bowl. During the 1930s, a severe drought struck the Great Plains of the United States. Before the disaster, many farmers had plowed large areas of native grassland to grow wheat. Without enough plant roots to hold the soil in place, powerful winds created enormous dust storms. Many crops failed, and farmers were unable to produce a successful harvest. Thousands of farming families left their land and migrated west in search of work. In response, the government promoted soil conservation, crop rotation, and the planting of windbreaks. Norman Borlaug and the miracle wheat. In 1944, American agronomist Norman Borlaug began researching ways to improve wheat production in Mexico. He bred new wheat varieties that could resist rust disease and grow in different seasons. He later developed short-stemmed plants that could absorb more fertilizer without falling over. These improved crops produced much higher yields than traditional varieties. During the 1960s, the new seeds and farming methods spread to India and Pakistan, helping reduce serious food shortages. Borlaug's research transformed modern agronomy and earned him the Nobel Peace Prize in 1970. The opening of the Eden Project in 2001. The Eden Project opened as a major horticultural center in a former clay pit in Cornwall, England. Its enormous transparent domes function as greenhouses and protect plants from around the world. Professional horticulturists planted tropical crops such as bananas and cocoa inside the warm rainforest biome. They also cultivated olives, grapevines, and herbs in the drier Mediterranean biome. Carefully controlled temperature and humidity allow these plants to grow outside their natural climate. The project has become a famous center for horticultural education, sustainability, and plant conservation. The Phylloxera Crisis. During the 1860s, French vineyards began to die after phylloxera arrived from North America. This tiny insect attacked the roots of grapevines and spread rapidly across famous wine regions. As the vines withered, grape production collapsed and many growers lost their income. Scientists and farmers responded by grafting European grape varieties onto American rootstock. The new plants were resistant to phylloxera while continuing to produce familiar European grapes. This solution transformed modern viticulture, and grafted vines remain common in many vineyards today. China's Great Green Wall. In 1978, China launched a vast forestry program known as the Great Green Wall to slow the expansion of the Gobi Desert. Workers and local residents planted billions of saplings across the dry northern regions. Rows of trees formed shelter belts that reduced strong winds and protected farmland from blowing sand. Experts selected drought-resistant tree species that were more likely to survive in the harsh environment. Some plantations failed because of water shortages and low biodiversity, leading planners to adopt more ecological methods. The project remains one of the world's largest afforestation efforts and demonstrates both the potential and difficulty of restoring forests. Norway's salmon farming revolution. In 1970, two Norwegian brothers established one of the first successful commercial Atlantic salmon farms on the island of Hitra. They raised young salmon inside floating net pens placed in cold, clean seawater. Workers provided carefully measured feed and regularly checked the health of the fish. Their success encouraged the Norwegian aquaculture industry to expand rapidly along the coast. Farmed salmon eventually became a major seafood export and reached markets around the world. Today, the industry is working to control sea lice, prevent escaped fish, and improve environmental sustainability. Dubai's Bustanica Vertical Farm. In July 2022, Bustanica opened near Dubai's Al Maktoum International Airport as a large hydroponic farm. It grows leafy vegetables without ordinary soil by circulating water through the plants. The crops are arranged in vertical indoor growing systems to make efficient use of space. Its closed-loop system collects and recycles water, greatly reducing water consumption. Carefully controlled conditions allow workers to harvest fresh vegetables throughout the year. Bustanica demonstrates how agricultural technology can improve food security and environmental sustainability in a desert city. The birth of Dolly the Sheep. In 1996, Dolly the Sheep was born at the Roslin Institute in Scotland as the first mammal cloned from an adult body cell. Scientists took the nucleus from a mammary cell belonging to an adult fin dorset ewe. They inserted it into an egg cell whose original nucleus had been removed. The resulting embryo was placed inside a surrogate Scottish blackface ewe. Dolly's birth showed that an adult cell could produce a genetically identical animal. The experiment influenced modern livestock breeding and created worldwide debate about biotechnology and animal welfare. The mystery of colony collapse disorder. During the winter of 2006 to 2007, American beekeepers reported that large numbers of worker bees had suddenly disappeared. Scientists named this mysterious phenomenon colony collapse disorder, or CCD. An affected hive often still contained its queen, young bees, and stored food but very few adult workers. Researchers examined several possible causes, including parasites, diseases, pesticides, poor nutrition, and environmental stress. The losses created concern about the pollination of almonds, berries, fruits, vegetables, and other crops. The crisis encouraged further research and better apiculture practices designed to protect bees and their habitats. The Irish potato famine. In 1845, potato blight spread rapidly across Ireland, turning leaves black and causing potatoes to rot. The disease was caused by a plant pathogen called Phytophthora infestans, which spread easily in cool, wet conditions. Because many poor families depended heavily on potatoes, repeated crop failures destroyed their main food supply. The resulting famine was made worse by widespread poverty, inadequate relief, and government policies. Over the following years, many people died while countless. Others were forced to emigrate. The disaster later became an important lesson in crop diversity, disease monitoring, and resistant plant varieties. The shrinking of the Aral Sea. Beginning in the 1960s, Soviet planners diverted two major rivers for the irrigation of cotton fields in Central Asia. As less water reached the Aral Sea, the enormous inland lake began to shrink rapidly. Rising salinity killed many fish and severely damaged the region's fishing industry. The exposed lakebed became a salty desert, and strong winds carried dust onto nearby farmland and soil. The disaster damaged the local ecosystem, economy, and health of surrounding communities. In 2005, the Koch Aral Dam helped begin the restoration of the North Aral Sea, showing the value of better water management.